Good afternoon and marhaba, everyone. My name is Zen Bali, Chief Revenue Officer at RMS. I understand there's been a lot of talks today, so I'm thanking you in advance for spending the next few minutes with me whilst we talk through all things RMS Cloud. What you see behind me are real reviews from real guests. Guests like you and me. Guests who've had a poor booking experience, a poor check-in experience, or a poor experience all round. I'll be curious to hear, many of you are staying in hotels at the moment. How many of you have been impacted by a great experience or a poor experience, and how that has impacted your overall perception of the brand that you're staying with? Did you know that a poor guest experience and a one-star drop in online ratings can impact negatively on RevPAR between 5 and 9%? In contrast, when it comes to positive reviews and positive guest experiences, 76% of guests are prepared to pay that little bit more to stay in a property that's higher rated. In Dubai specifically, 78% of guests have used a hotel mobile booking application or a booking journey, and 88% of guests are happy to use technology to enhance their stay. This goes to show that poor booking experiences, poor check-in experiences aren't just impacting the guest. They drive up cancellations, reduce revenue, and reduce pricing power in competitive markets like Dubai with hotels discounting. Now, this is where RMS comes in, a platform built for hospitality by hospitality. RMS provides property management systems to 7,000 customers plus around the world, and we help them streamline their operations, reduce their costs, drive efficiencies, and help operators focus on what's most important, their guests. Our system architecture and open APIs allow our customers to connect seamlessly to an ecosystem of their choice, again, leaving them to focus on what's most important, their guest. Every element of RMS has been built to address the pain points that you saw on the earlier screen, and the pain points that we hear from hospitality operators on a daily basis. I mean, don't just take our word for it. Customers who've migrated over to RMS have seen a 30% increase in direct bookings, which is a real channel shift from their previous PMS. At RMS, our North Star is very simple. Your guests are our mission. Our 24/7, 365-day-a-year global teams work tirelessly to help hospitality operators do what they do best: delight every single guest that walks through their door. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Zen. And without any further ado, I would like to welcome on stage Jack Balcott, CEO of Goki. Please welcome on stage. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Just getting my clicker. My name's Jack. I am from Portal, and our mission is to make space smart for hotels. So in this very quick 3-minute format, I want to take you through some of the problems that hotels have, how Portal thinks about solving those problems, and why I believe the timing is now right for digital transformation going forwards. So just quickly before we start, I want to let you all into a little secret. Hotels are stuck using 1970s technology. Think about your last hotel stay for just a moment. You probably did a lot of stuff on your mobile, right? You probably booked on your mobile. You might have got a mobile boarding pass to board the flight. When you arrived, you probably tapped your phone to grab some food or grab some coffee. When you arrived and got through the airport, you probably jumped in an Uber. And then what happens when you arrived at your hotel? Well, you were probably met by a long queue after a long flight and were handed a plastic key card. The first plastic key card was invented in 1975, and not much has changed when it comes to access in that time. So that single moment of friction costs hotels real money. Major brands report that they're only getting 6 to 10% of engagement on their mobile keys. Now, why do we think that is? It's because legacy locks block innovation. When you think about it, all hotels want to offer a contactless guest experience, but their locks are too expensive to upgrade or replace. If you think about a standard hotel room and a standard lock costing $1,000 per door, that's a $200,000 bill to go contactless. That is why hotels are stuck perpetually putting the upgrade off until tomorrow. But guests expect digital, and regulations, as we've heard throughout this conference, require it. Hotels are caught between this expectation and the cost to implement it. So our solution, just to put it rather bluntly, is that we make dumb locks smart, and we do that for free. So we remove the capital expenditure barrier so that hotels today can reap the benefits of offering a contactless guest experience. And Portal is the only platform that works across every scenario. So it doesn't matter if you've got a hotel or you're building a hotel, or what reservation system you use, or whether you've got new locks, old locks, or even if you have metal keys. Portal can help you go contactless today. So how does it work? Here are some of our products that help you to go contactless. So if you've got a very modern lock that runs on a cloud-based API, we can connect with that, and it's pretty seamless. So you can start enjoying a contactless experience just with a click of the button. And we can offer things like Apple Wallet and Google Wallet to your guests by integrating with what you have already. The most important thing to recognize here is there's no new hardware, and there's zero guest disruption. This is one of our products. It's called Module, and this sits inside your existing lock. So it basically replaces the brain. You open up the lock, you click it into the motor, you click it into the power, and then suddenly your dumb lock is a smart lock just in minutes. So this is a really good way to start offering that contactless guest experience. Here is our award-winning Smart Lock Pro. It's actually the sexiest lock in the entire world. We won the Red Dot this year. My wife did ask me not to say that, but she's in Portugal, so I think we can get away with it. But it won the Red Dot for outstanding design. And this is used by over 4 million guests every single month across 36 countries. And as a hotelier, you should think that each one of those opens as a monetizable touchpoint. You can use Portal to engage more effectively with your guests during their stay, and ultimately that means directing them to your ancillary revenue centers. More adoption, more revenue. It really is that simple. One of the other things we want to do is bring all of these locks online. Sometimes when I'm in a hotel, you see a receptionist grab a laptop, they run up to the room, they plug the laptop into the lock, they run some ghastly DOS program just to extrapolate data from the lock. It's 2025, that should not be happening anymore. And this is our product, it's called Air. It's a gateway, and it puts all those locks online. That means from an operational perspective, you can do things like battery status, remotely open the door, understand who's accessed what area, when, and you can do that on your old locks today. I mean, if you think about it, hoteliers don't want to take mechanically robust locks and chuck them in the bin. They just want to make those locks smart. And this is our lock that's coming next year, dare I say, even sexier than the Smart Lock Pro. But the great thing about this, it has the most frictionless form of access built into it, Apple Wallet and Google Wallet. So keep your eyes open for the Smart Lock too. Just to finish off, hopefully you all agree that this is not optional anymore. There are 3 forces that make this moment inevitable. We've heard a lot throughout the conference about Vision 2030 in Saudi Arabia, about keyless mandates in the United Arab Emirates. And that means that really right now, this part of the world in particular is embracing keyless as an operational necessity, not just a nice-to-have marketing feature. The other thing is guest expectation. We know during the pandemic that guests expect a digitally sophisticated arrival process akin to ordering an Uber, and it's beholden on hoteliers to actually offer that to their customers. And then lastly, timing. So we know legacy locks are reaching the end of their life. Some hoteliers are sweating a little bit thinking, oh my God, we've got to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars upgrading. Well, you don't need to do that anymore. We can take those legacy locks as long as they're still working, and we can make them smart for you. So Portal makes building smart without the capital barrier. So whether you're a developer shaping a new skyline, a hotelier boosting efficiency, or a partner defining the future, let's make access invisible. There's my QR code up on the screen if you want to book some time with me, or please come and say hello after this. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jack. How exciting was that? Amazing. And now I'd like to welcome on stage Mr. Leo Barrett. Please welcome back.
Thank you. So, I'm with Flyer. We offer a revenue management system that's using AI. And I had a question that was brought up to me, and that was, with all the technology that's being used in a hotel today, especially in revenue management, how come hotels are not increasing or winning market share time every single day, every single week? So I started researching this and why. And so I took a look at the city of London and looked at all the different hotels and the rooms in this city. So you can see 1/3 of the hotels are independent, but then you can see all the other brands with, you have Whitbread, Hilton. And so if you take a look at all these different brands, then you start understanding what is their technology that they're using within their brands. So this kind of surprised me, where it's 53% of these hotels in the city of London use Ideas. The next is they're using a proprietary system, whether it's Marriott or they're using a system that was built for them. So this was pretty interesting. So over 80% are using the same technology. So how is how is a hotel, if I'm investing in all this technology, if we're using the same technology of the hotel across the street, how am I expected to win? So I took a look at another city, New York City. And so again, 1/3 of those hotels are independent, the rest are brands. And so when you take a look at their tech stack, it's very similar to London. Again, over 83% or 82% of these hotels are using all the same technology. So how do we move from looking at these different hotels that are using the same tech stack, and what's going to separate them from one hotel to another hotel? And what it is for the last 20, 30 years is based on who is driving their computer system. Who is the person that is doing revenue management at their hotels? And so as I think about it, I'm a F1 fan. And so I look at it as like, say I have a car that's like Red Bull and I have Max Verstappen. So he is a top driver. He is driving my hotel very, very well. But I got another driver that didn't work. I got another driver that didn't work. And I have now another driver that I don't know what his status is. So this is where it matters when you're having you have the same car, same technology, but it all depends on what driver is driving your system. So let's fast forward to the latest technology that is using AI, where it's able to run A/B tests and it's learning from itself. It's testing. I'm going to do option A or option B. I'll take option B. Did I learn from it? Let me change my direction. I'm also going to combine multiple data sources. So I'm pulling information multiple times very frequently. This system now, or AI, is able to measure price elasticity because it is frequently updating itself on an hourly basis. And then it is also continuing to learn from itself. So that's the difference between one system that's using AI and another system that's a legacy system that is not. So now we take a look at what is the role of a revenue manager at your hotel. Well, that role is they don't have to spend hours looking at spreadsheets and debating a forecast. What it is being able to do is AI is going to be able to leapfrog a junior revenue person. So now they're not competing with, like, say, the Max Verstappens or the top person. They can compete with them now, I'm saying. They're able to understand, use the AI to help them out. And if you are a seasoned revenue manager, you're able to look at the data, create strategies, and really progress your hotel forward. And so therefore, it's elevating everyone within the use of, or it's elevating everyone that's using AI at that hotel. So, I got to do my analogy again. Now you have McLaren, where you have two drivers. One's been in this, you got Norris has been doing it for 6 years, and Piastri being 3 years. Piastri is being able to leapfrog forward to compete with the highest level, and now he's up for the championship. So As we think about revenue management, you want a system that is going to think with you, learn with you, and perform. It's not about trying to get another dashboard or trying to get more reports. It's about learning and being able to partner with you and support you throughout your journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leo. And now I'd like to welcome on stage Thomas Niens, Vice President of Sales at Adyen.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so thanks for being here with me. I heard I'm competing with the happy hour next door, so we'll try to keep it short. So I want to tell you a little bit about Adyen. We're an international payments company. It's a company you've never heard of probably, but you have used our services. Why do I say this? So we are the company behind your Uber drive, your Netflix subscription, and nowadays we also help a lot of global hotel chains to process their payments from the front desk to payment links to F&B platforms. So it's a one-stop shop. This is not working. Oh, here you go. So these are some of the brands we work for. So global company. I skipped one slide, but we processed over 1 trillion in payments globally, and these are one of our key customers. So what do I want to talk about today? I already touched upon it quickly during the panel, and this is basically the story around why do so many hotels complain about the higher booking fees or the fees coming from other OTAs. So we talked to a lot of those customers, right? Hotels complaining about it, like why do I need to pay so many fees to the OTAs? Well, the reason for this is that a lot of hotels do not invest in payment technology when it comes to their checkout page, right? What you see on top, they spent a lot of money on the most beautiful buildings, amazing interiors, and offering that premium service. But when you look at the conversion point, then it's often a very poor experience, right? Go to the average checkout page of a global hotel brand and you've been asked to fill in a lot of questions. It's not that smooth as a booking.com. So that's one of the reasons why people prefer to check out with Booking. It's faster, it's seamless. That's what you want. So quick on the POS landscape today. So we're not only active in the e-commerce space, we also offer payment terminals. So what you now see nowadays in the market are very traditional payment terminals from the banks. So non-integrated solutions where there's still a lot of manual work involved. Right, you often see teams like stapling all the receipts together and doing the reconciliation at night during the NOD audit. Still waiters where you need to fill in your, where people are typing in the amount on the terminal. It's a very manual process in that sense. So status quo. Payments are being seen as a cost center. I mentioned that we often get RFPs from hotels where they just ask us to fill in an Excel sheet and basically ask us, okay, what's the price for the payments for a domestic transaction or for an international transaction? It runs on legacy technology, and yeah, as said, it comes with a lot of manual reconciliation, no visibility. So where we bring payments as a competitive advantage, where you really can drive revenue for your property, integrated payment terminals. So we're integrated with all the large PMS systems and food and beverage platforms, and that can really help you with driving that experience and offer a consolidated payment platform. So last, this is what we see in the market. So the hospitality space is very fragmented. You need to work with a PMS, with your e-commerce platform, MPGS for MasterCard, 3C in between. A lot of companies that are acting as a gateway, and then you still have the challenge to connect all of that to your acquiring bank, right? The network, the FABs, the Mosrex of the world. Well, our solution is one platform where we are the gateway. We handle the risk, so we can also help you with all the chargeback management, with the integrations with the PMS. So it's literally one-stop shop where you integrate your property with our payment platform, and then we can help you with rolling out your business across the regions. Which eventually leads me to this promise. So one platform to streamline your payments, whether it's a concierge service or the kiosk, a mobile check-in. That's the platform we can offer where properties can really scale their business and offer the best guest experience in the end. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them.